1. Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. We can't start without mentioning the most famous magical school in the world, Hogwarts. Founded over 1,000 years ago by 4 powerful wizards and witches, it has become the heart of magical education for many. The Sorting Hat, a relic created by Godric Gryffindor, divides students into one of 4 houses: Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff, based on their quality. The castle itself is a masterpiece, with staircases that move and rooms that appear or disappear. Students engage in practical magic, with subjects like transfiguration, charms, and potions. Over the centuries, Hogwarts has produced generations of notable witches and wizards. Despite the challenges it's faced, including dark forces, Hogwarts remains the iconic institution in the magical world. The school is not just an educational institution. It's a home to every student that steps through its gates. Every house has its own history, and every corner of the castle hides stories of ancient magic and intrigue. Beyond academic pursuits, the friendships and rivalries formed within Hogwarts shape the very future of the wizarding world. No matter what challenges arise, Hogwarts stands as the unshakable foundation of magical learning. 2. Beauxbatons Academy of Magic. Located in the beautiful Pyrenees Mountains of France, Beauxbatons is known for its elegance, grace, and magical refinement. The school has a reputation for discipline and charm, and its students are often seen in light blue uniforms, exuding politeness and sophistication. Beauxbatons is widely recognized for its focus on elemental magic, enchantments, and healing. The palace-like school, with its golden lamps and dazzling architecture, emphasizes both theory and practice in a setting that is more focused on beauty and grace compared to other institutions. The school also teaches its students the importance of both internal and external balance, cultivating not only skill, but also poise and dignity in magical interactions. Beauxbatons students take pride in their magical prowess and their refined manners, with many going on to occupy important positions in European magical society. The school embodies a blend of beauty and intellect, where magic is not only a tool, but an art form that requires elegance and care. Beauxbatons is a symbol of magical culture and diplomacy, particularly in Europe. 3. Durmstrang Institute. Situated in the cold, harsh climates of Northern Europe, Durmstrang is one of the most secretive and controversial magical schools in the world. Unlike many schools that focus on defensive magic, Durmstrang openly teaches the dark arts alongside other forms of magic. The school's strict discipline and emphasis on physical magic, like combat spells and dueling, makes it a tough environment for students. The towering fortress reflects the tough, no-nonsense education it provides. Durmstrang has produced powerful wizards, but its dark reputation, coupled with its controversial teachings, makes it a feared and respected institution. The school's rigorous training ensures its students are prepared for any magical battle, instilling strength and resilience. Though the school has a reputation for producing dark wizards, it also places great emphasis on power and control in magic. Durmstrang is respected for its academic rigor and uncompromising standards, but its teachings are not for the faint-hearted. For those who seek mastery over magic through strength and discipline, Durmstrang remains a revered institution. 4. Ilvermorny. Ilvermorny, North America's premier magical school, sits atop Mount Greylock in Massachusetts. Founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre, a descendant of Salazar Slytherin, it became a sanctuary for magical children escaping dark forces. Ilvermorny quickly became a symbol of unity, welcoming students from all backgrounds. The school has 4 houses: Thunderbird, Wampus, Horned Serpent, and Pukwudgie, named after magical creatures. Students undergo a unique sorting ceremony where enchanted statues choose their house, reflecting their personal qualities. Unlike Hogwarts, which uses the sorting hat, this process makes the students feel more personally connected to their house. Ilvermorny offers a curriculum that blends European wizardry with indigenous magical practices. It emphasizes magical ethics, responsibility, and diversity. While younger than Hogwarts, Ilvermorny has earned respect in the magical world, producing many leaders in American magical society. The school has made a mark with its forward-thinking approach to magic, encouraging creativity, collaboration, and open-mindedness among its students. In a world where magical history often leans towards tradition, Ilvermorny stands out as a progressive force in North America's magical community. 5. Castelbrusso. Hidden deep in Brazil's Amazon rainforest, Castelbrusso is one of the most unique magical schools. Its golden temple-like architecture blends into the jungle, and the walls are said to breathe and adapt to the environment. Established by indigenous magical cultures, it specializes in magizoology, herbology, and potion making. Students study magical creatures and plants in their natural habitat, using the jungle as both classroom and testing ground. The Kipora, playful spirit guardians, keep watch over the students, ensuring they respect the environment. Castelbrusso is deeply connected to the natural world, teaching students not only the theory behind magic, but also how to coexist with the flora and fauna of the Amazon. Though Castelbrusso is not widely known internationally, its graduates are experts in magical ecology, potion brewing, and conservation. The school remains a prestigious institution focused on nature-based magic and ancient South American traditions. Students here gain a profound understanding of how magic and nature intersect, learning skills that are rare in other magical schools. Graduates often go on to become environmental magicians, magical researchers, or leaders in the preservation of magical species. Castelbrusso remains an essential part of the global magical community. 6. Mahutakoro is Japan's legendary school of magic. Located on the volcanic island of Manami-Yoima, built from white jade, the school glows in the moonlight and is visible to magical beings but hidden from muggles. Mahutakoro is known for its rigorous discipline and focus on academic excellence. Students start their magical education at the age of 7, and those who attend full-time wear robes that change color to reflect their skill level. The school excels in astronomy, magical theory, and wand work, and its students are known for their prowess in Quidditch, often dominating international teams. Mahutakoro's emphasis on honor and discipline sets it apart from many other schools. This strong moral foundation teaches students the importance of restraint and responsibility in magic. Students at Mahutakoro are held to the highest standards, and those who excel are celebrated for their skill and character. Mahutakoro remains one of the most prestigious schools in the wizarding world, and its graduates often go on to become leading figures in magical politics and sports. Avada Kedavra, standard function. Avada Kedavra, the killing curse, is one of the 3 unforgivable curses for a reason. When cast correctly, it ends life instantly. No burns, no bleeding, no visible wound, just a flash of green light, a rush of air, and silence. There's no counter-curse. Ordinary defenses, shields like Protego, physical barriers, even most dueling tricks, do nothing. That finality is what sets it apart from every other attack in the wizarding world. Stunning spells can be lifted, broken bones can be mended, even some curses can be reversed with enough skill and time. Avada Kedavra offers none of that, but raw power isn't enough. The caster needs intent, a true will to kill, backed by sufficient magical strength. If the heart wavers or the magic falters, the curse fizzles or misfires. That combination of perfect will and perfect execution is why so few witches or wizards can use it, and why those who do become legends for all the wrong reasons. Harry's first survival, Godric's Hollow, a Dark Lord, a baby, a mother standing between them. Lily Potter's choice to die for her son triggers a protection older than textbooks. Magic born of sacrifice, freely given. Voldemort fires Avada Kedavra at the infant, and the curse rebounds. His body is destroyed, his soul ripped apart, while Harry lives with a lightning scar and a story that should have been impossible. The spell did connect. It wasn't dodged, blocked, or dispelled. Instead, it collided with that sacrificial protection and ricocheted back at the caster. Later, Dumbledore explains the deeper consequence. Lily's love leaves a mark on Harry's very blood, a protection that can be extended by living with her kin, Petunia Dursley. Even more bizarre, the rebound event binds a fragment of Voldemort's soul to the only living vessel available, Harry, accidentally creating a Horcrux. This is the first recorded failure of Avada Kedavra, not because of wand work or interference, but because love rewrote the terms of the duel. Harry's second survival. Fast forward to the Forbidden Forest. Harry walks to his death, willingly, to save everyone else. Voldemort casts Avada Kedavra point blank, and Harry wakes in a white liminal King's Cross. How? 3 layers of magic stack into one outcome. Horcrux dynamics. As a child, Harry carried a shard of Voldemort's soul. In the forest, the curse destroys that fragment, not Harry's own soul. Elder Wand, Allegiance. Voldemort wields the most powerful wand ever made, but it doesn't truly answer to him. Its allegiance has shifted, ultimately, to Harry. A wand cannot be forced to kill its rightful master. At minimum, its power is compromised when commanded against that master's life. Blood protection. Rebound. Voldemort rebuilt his body with Harry's blood in the graveyard ritual years earlier, inadvertently tethering Lily's protection to himself. That act keeps Harry anchored to life even as the curse strikes. Layered together, they produce the only known case where someone struck directly by the killing curse remains conscious enough to choose to return. The spell succeeded at one task, destroying the parasitic soul fragment, but failed to end the life it targeted. Priori incantatem. In the Little Hangleton graveyard, Harry and Voldemort's wands lock. The cores, both from Fawkes the Phoenix, are twins, and that sibling bond triggers priori incantatem. Instead of instant death, A golden thread links the wands. A dome forms, and the challenger is forced to regurgitate prior spells in reverse. Echoes of Cedric, Frank Bryce, Bertha Jorkins, and James and Lily Potter. Here, Avada Kedavra doesn't fail so much as it's arrested mid-flight by wand lore older than dark magic itself. The curse never hits. The connection holds it suspended until Harry breaks contact and escapes. The lesson is stark. Even the unblockable curse can be prevented from landing under rare but lawful conditions when wand cores refuse to fight each other the way ordinary magic expects. Why not use it on Snape? Voldemort kills Severus Snape by ordering Nagini to strike rather than casting Avada Kedavra himself. That choice isn't mercy, it's strategy, born of fear. Voldemort believes the Elder Wand's loyalty belongs to the wizard who killed its previous master. If Snape killed Dumbledore, then killing Snape should transfer ownership. But Voldemort distrusts Avada Kedavra in this specific tangle of ownership and intent. If the wand's allegiance is uncertain, will the curse seal or sever that loyalty? So he sidesteps the problem and lets the snake do the work. The takeaway is chilling. Even the Dark Lord recognizes that relationships between wand and wizard can complicate the killing curse's outcome. It's not that Avada Kedavra is weak, it's that ancient wand law can make its results unpredictable. A cold casting. When Snape casts Avada Kedavra on Dumbledore, it looks textbook. Green light, a fall, death. But the context flips a common assumption about the curse. Earlier teachings say, "You've got to mean it." Many read that as rage or sadism. Snape's casting is neither. It is duty, a grim pact to spare Draco and preserve his cover. The curse still works perfectly, but the spell itself only asks a single question. Will you do it? Cinematic deviations. On film, particularly in Fantastic Beasts, Avada Kedavra sometimes appears as a slow, trackable beam. Targets flinch, dodge, even rise before falling. It looks dramatic, but it clashes with the book's instantaneous, unblockable description. Likewise, in the Ministry Duel of Order of the Phoenix film, a green bolt directed at Dumbledore seems deflected by conjured water. Stunning set piece? Absolutely. Avada Kedavra remains brutally simple. No counter curse, no shield charm, no slow motion. Fiendfire and the limits of the killing curse. If Avada Kedavra is the apex of killing, it is not the apex of destruction. Horcruxes prove that. In the Room of Requirement, Fiendfire, cursed flame with a will of its own, incinerates Ravenclaw's diadem and the fragment of soul inside. Where the killing curse is precise and final, Fiendfire is chaotic and consumptive, devouring magic itself until little remains but ash and terror. When magic becomes environmental, sentient fire, collapsing architecture, surging heat, spellcasting turns unreliable. Fiendfire kills its own caster. Avada Kedavra, for all its fearsome reputation, looks almost restrained beside a catastrophe that won't stop until it eats the world. So, is it truly unstoppable? Avada Kedavra is unblockable in ordinary dueling, but its history exposes a more nuanced truth. Sacrificial protection can invert it. Twin cores can stall it. Wand allegiance can warp its outcome. Horcrux enchantments render it irrelevant, and cinematic staging can mislead viewers about what it really does. Casting Avada Kedavra shapes the soul, because to wield it, you must will the end of a life. That's why wizarding law names it unforgivable, not simply for what it does to a victim, but for what it demands of the caster. Oh, and if you thought you knew Severus Snape already, think again. Some spells weren't just mastered, they were invented.